Would you all please turn to the front of your hymnal to read the unity statement of being? There is one presence and one congregation in our hearts, renewalness, God, good, unity. And also state the five unity principles. 1. God is absolute good, everywhere present. 2. God lives in us, therefore we are inherently good. 3. We are co-creators with God and create our experiences for God.
meditation. So wherever you're seated, however you're seated, I invite you to go within and move inwards. Into the very depths of your own being. In these gentle moments preceding this joyous celebration of renewal, of renewing, of regenerative energy. I invite you to enjoy these blissful moments. Experience the depths of your very own consciousness. For within this consciousness that is you, there are vast treasures awaiting your discovery. And within the depths of your own consciousness, there's abundance, there's life. There's an infinite unfolding. Where no matter what you discover, no matter how much you discover, no matter how much you explore within, in this inner space, there's always more. Welcome to what infinite really means. What limitless really means. Where the thoughts that you entertain in consciousness begin to expand, begin to expand your own consciousness. You find yourself not the same from one day to the next. Indeed, we are constantly evolving, constantly growing, expanding. There is no end to this expansion. It is simply the way of things. It is the way of life. It's the way of the universe. The universe is constantly expanding, and so are we. constantly expanding. So, constantly expanding consciousness needs new energy, new ideas, new insights, new thoughts to contemplate, experience this endless expansion. This is the way of an infinite being. This is the way of everything. The way of the universe. The way of life. The way of love. This is your way. So it is important to always be mindful, monitor the thoughts we are entertaining. Are they continuing to serve in that expansion? Be still, be at peace, brothers and sisters, for you will know. You will know when they are no longer serving the purpose of expansion. For then you will feel an emptiness that you will perceive needs filling. So it is then that these thoughts must be let go. You have grown beyond them. You have outgrown them. So at that point it is time to continue in your expansion by entertaining higher order thoughts and ideas. This is the way of things. So as we are enjoying these peaceful moments, I invite my brothers and sisters here to join me in intention. For it is my intention to better align my consciousness with spirit, with the great I am, with all that there is. So I ask my brothers to join me in intention, for our minds are already joined. Join me so that we may reveal the new, bring forth something new substance, spiritual food, insight to contemplate in our expansive journey. For this is the way of things. Join me in gratitude, in joyful gratitude, for all intentions are answered. This is a process of creation, and it is already done. So we see and affirm expansion, raising of consciousness. hold this attention with me. And feel this gratitude in the name and after the loving nature of the source, of spirit, of principle, the divine fountain of all substance, of all expansion, of all that there is. And so it is. Amen. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How's everybody feeling?
Yeah.
Great.
That's wonderful. That is wonderful. All right, so you know this is like my first Bernie Bowl service now. I'm having a good time. I'm loving this. I am definitely loving this. So, the name of my talk is From Two Worlds to One. Now, why did I choose that? Why did I choose that title? I like to get creative with my titles. Two worlds to one. You know, because we do live in two worlds. You know, we come here, and you know, we're all enjoying a celebration, we're all one, and you know, love and happiness, we're all brothers and sisters, and then we get out of here, we go out in the world and stuff like that, we start experiencing another world, you know? Let's say it's like on Tuesday, it's not on Sunday anymore, it's on Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't know, maybe it takes a little bit longer for you in your week, but you know what I'm talking about. So we're navigating in two worlds, you see, but only one of these worlds is real. Only one is real. And I'll let you go ahead and choose which one you think is real. Well, for the purposes of this talk, I'm going to say that the world of love is real. The world of oneness is real. The world of connectivity is real. So, we're going to have that as our foundation. But we experience different things. We experience different things, and we're always fluctuating. We're always in flux. We're always going through various curriculums. And these curriculums are being drawn to us based on our thoughts, on the thoughts that we hold in consciousness. Now, this is not going to be a long talk today. We've got a Bernie Bowl ceremony. So let me make sure that I do my timer. So, in the book of Isaiah, chapter 43, verses 18 through 19, it reads, "Do not remember former things, or concern yourself with things of old. I am about to do a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert." So there's a lot of metaphysics in that. A lot of metaphysics in that. The Hebrews, metaphysics was like their natural language. The Fillmores just discovered it. They didn't create the metaphysics, okay? It was already in the language of the Hebrews. So, the desert is talking about a desert of consciousness. It's referring to, like, if you look it up in the revealing word, it's referring to lack, a consciousness of lack. Now, what brings on this consciousness of lack are many things. Our judgment, that's one thing that brings on this consciousness of lack. Again, as I've taught here, God is a constant stream. Spirit is a constant stream. And everything in that stream is meant to bring forth that which is for the highest good. Some of those things in that constant stream are going to be restful. They're going to be rest cycles. They're going to feel good. They're going to contribute to your serotonin. They're going to, it's going to be like the sunshine or the sunlight or maybe a sunset, or seeing children. This is the restful moment in that stream. And the other parts of that stream is going to be the growth parts. You see? But see, when we judge it, and we try to divide it, because no, the stream is not supposed to be this way. You see, it's not supposed to be this way, but it's supposed to only be this way. See, then we miss the whole point. We miss the whole point. We miss it all. And at that point, we create a desert in consciousness of lack. We're perceiving lack. Now, in truth, there is no lack. That's what it also says in the revealing word. The desert doesn't even exist. It's an illusion that's been created by our own mind. Same thing I said, two worlds. It's an illusion. In truth, every single moment that we experience has an abundant blessing. There's a little miracle, a little lesson, something to teach you. All sorts of things. But see, if you don't see it that way, you're going to miss it. All you see is just sand. You see? Even though you're surrounded by an oasis, you just see sand. For miles and miles, you just see sand. This is what this is talking about. What else causes this desert consciousness? When we are focusing on things of the past and not looking right here, right now, what's actually happening right here, right now. There's miracles that are happening right now. Right now, while I'm speaking, there's miracles that are taking place right now. Do you see them? See, that's why he said in there, I will do a new thing. Do you not perceive it? Because see, if you don't perceive it, you're perceiving that sand. You're perceiving the sand. Do not concern yourself with the things of old. But we do that. We do that. And this creates that desert consciousness because, see, then our minds are still thinking about other things as far as like things where we think things are supposed to be, how they're supposed to go. It's still kind of a judgment, but it's a judgment that's rooted in the past, in past ideas and past things and stuff like that. And so now we're not appreciating the gift that is right before us. Desert consciousness. Surrounded by abundance and seeing lack. Everybody with me so far?
Yes.
Okay. What else causes this desert consciousness? Well, you see, our thoughts, all the thoughts that we will ever experience in life have a certain resonating energy, you know? So, the thoughts that have a higher resonating energy or a higher order thoughts are the thoughts that as you begin to experience them, your consciousness begins to expand and you grow. Now, we've all experienced this. Maybe we didn't know exactly what was happening, but we've all experienced this all throughout our life. And see, if we eventually, these thoughts don't serve the same purpose as we begin to outgrow them. You see, they serve the purpose only for a while. At a certain particular moment, or maybe for a couple of years, or whatever the situation is. But we were not meant to entertain these same thoughts forever. You see? And so now, these thoughts, which at one point they were lifting us up, are now holding us back. Because we won't let them go. We don't want to let go. We're grabbing onto. No! And so because of that, which is like the scripture says, I will do a new thing. Do you not perceive it? You see? Because of that, we're not perceiving what's right in front of us. We're not perceiving all the abundant blessings that are right in front of us. We're not perceiving these things because we're still focusing on these past things, these former things that are no longer serving us. But they used to serve us. And see, that's what we're remembering. They used to serve us. But no, everything has a season. And so it's the mind that is open, that's open to expansion, that will excel here. The mind that is open to grow, that will excel here. Because if you don't let these thoughts go, if you don't let these old behaviors and old patterns go, what then begins to take place is, see, you will know, based on an emptiness that you begin to feel inside. You will feel this growing emptiness. How do I know this? I went through this. I went through this, which is what led me to the ministry. You see? The same things that I was doing, which at one point were higher order thoughts, as I outgrew them, it was time for me to be prepared to do something else, and I began to gradually feel this empty feeling, this feeling of emptiness. And it grew, it continued to grow. And I didn't want to let these things go, you see, because I like these things. I didn't want to let them go. And this emptiness grew and grew and grew. See, what happens then is then you open yourself up to addictions and things like that. Because now you're looking for something to fill that emptiness. See, what you need is spirit. What you really need is that substance that has those higher order thoughts that you need. You see? But we substitute. Maybe we don't perceive that it's spirit that we need. We don't perceive that. Maybe we think it's this, we think it's that. You know, something in the world or whatever. It becomes, you know, it can become destructive. Everybody follow me? Okay. So, this is why it is so important in this process of renewal to do an accounting, a mental accounting, you see. You know, like maybe, you know, someone who does a forensic account, maybe, you know, but doing an accounting of the thoughts that you're really entertaining. You see? What thoughts are you entertaining? What thoughts have you been holding on to that you don't want to let go? Why don't you want to let go of it? That's an even deeper question to take you into the whole self-awareness and understanding about why, which is really going to a place of power as far as understanding why you were doing these things, you see? And so, because the greatest gift you can ever give to yourself is to know yourself. Because once you know yourself, now you are moving in a place of power, you see? So, how do we transform? How do we renew? Now, everybody's been given a piece of paper, correct? Everybody has a piece of paper and pen? Okay, I just want to make sure. If you don't, please raise your hand, and somebody from the welcome team, please give that to them. Because I don't want you filling out papers outside. You know, I think you fill out these things right now. So, traditionally in birthday bowl ceremonies, they don't really talk so much about. They just say, put down what you don't want in your life anymore, and then, you know, and then everybody puts their stuff down, they go and burn it, and everybody feels happy. And then they wonder, you know, sometimes it leaves. And then they wonder why they attract some of the same things. You see, but it's in a different form. So I'm going to say this right now. I would invite you not to focus on form. Okay, I would invite you not to focus on form. If you do want to focus on form, that's fine. Like, for example, you want to focus on that relationship, you know, I need to let that relationship go, whatever. Or if you want to focus on the situation, the circumstance, I need to let it go. But a more powerful question to ask is, what are the thoughts that brought this situation or this relationship into my life? What are the thoughts that I've been thinking that attracted this situation, attracted this relationship to me? What are the thoughts that I've been thinking, you see? See, that's a place of power now. Because the content is your thoughts. The form can change. So no matter what you do, some of our brothers and sisters, they feel like, you know, if they move and start a whole new leaf and just move to a whole other city and everything's going to be fine. And then they wonder how they end up attracting many of the same type of situations and circumstances in this whole other city, you know, where no one knew them, you know, as they did in the original city that they were in, because they're still thinking the same thoughts. It is the thoughts that are bringing these things right to you, because your thoughts are like this call and effect. That's all it is. It just calls it out to you. You're calling it to you. You're calling it out to the universe. This is what I want, or a call and response. That's what your thoughts are. They're a call. So the universe will always respond. So, while you are filling out the things that no longer serve you, you can think in form, but let the form just be, for example, a place to start. You see? So if it's some sort of, you know, whatever it is that you feel that you need to let go of, then I invite you to write in there the thoughts, even though you may not know what the thoughts are, the thoughts that contributed to it. Okay? I would invite you to do that. Okay? No matter what it is. Okay? I'm not here to tell you what to write, but I'm just here to give you an advantage in this process. Now, you're free to do whatever you want. If you just want to go ahead and just write down forms, go ahead and write down forms. That's fine. Not a problem. Okay? But if you really want to get to the root of it, you don't want to manifest this anymore. You don't want to call this into your life anymore because you've outgrown this. You've outgrown this now. Okay? This is holding you back. Then it's time to start focusing on content and not form. Content and not form. That is your thoughts. That is your thoughts. And, you know, I would invite you not to feel any kind of way as far as feeling like this whole like blaming type of thing, because this is not about blame. This is just about understanding what's at causality. What is the cause of what I'm experiencing, what I'm experiencing. We're all going through this stuff. We're all going through this. In different versions, different aspects, different stories. We're all going through the same thing. We're all finding things that it's time to let go. As individuals, as a community. Several times there was many congregants that talked to me about a communion Sunday, you know? And so I took that into prayer and meditation, you know, because there was a time when Communion Sunday was like, you know, packed with people, okay? And, you know, but when I really thought about it, I was like, you know, There's something now that wants to express, though. You know, we're not going to find that now in the past. We're not going to find that going back in the past. We're going to find that now if we build a new something for a special Sunday, or a new something. You see? It's about a new something. That's what the whole purpose of this is. We got to let that old stuff go. You know, which is why we have a new chimney out there. You know, all of the burning bowl services were used. We had the same thing, the same bowl. Okay, it was time for an upgrade. You know, so yeah, there's nothing wrong with it with the bowl, but it's time for an upgrade. At some point, you know, it's time to continue. And see, that's what this message is about. Continuing to take it to the next level. It's time to take it to the next level. You know, that's what life is about. Life is not about stagnation, about doing the same thing. It's about taking things to the next level. In order to take things to the next level, you got to let certain things go. Things that are no longer serving. You see? Everybody with me?
Yes.
Okay. So everybody take a few moments and go ahead and fill out some of the things that you're filling out. In a moment, I'm going to invite Kristen up here, and I'm going to excuse myself to go to the chimney and start preparing. And I also need Glenn Smith to join me. So, but everybody has a pen and paper. Okay. See, this is about renewal, brothers and sisters. Now, there's other things that go into renewal as well. And I'm gonna quickly touch on them. Trusting in spirit. Trusting in spirit. Okay? Always trust in spirit. Spirit will never steer you wrong. Okay? It will never steer you wrong. But sometimes we get so attached to certain things we don't see the writing on the wall. So, but yeah, trust in spirit. Definitely trust in spirit. Meditation. You know, that's another one of my go-tos. Meditation. Meditate regularly. Regularly. Meditate. And I would invite you to at least meditate 10% of your waking hours, but at the same time, you know, any type of meditation or amount of meditation is better than nothing. But again, you know, my talks are about taking it to the next level. They're not about the same thing that we've been doing. And gratitude. Gratitude is gratitude and trusting in spirit are huge multipliers of renewal. Gratitude is like a multiplier for renewal. A multiplier. See, what we're talking about is transforming that desert to an oasis, you see? And you're not really doing anything because that desert isn't even really there. Now you're just basically moving the blinders, clearing off cleaning up your eyes and removing the blinders so you can actually really see what's out there. What's out there is an oasis, not a desert. But if your consciousness doesn't see it, then that's what you're experiencing. That's what you're seeing. You're seeing a desert. Everybody with me? Okay. All right, so we're going to move this along. I'd like Kristen to come up, and I will be outside. And we will finish the service. We're not doing a peace song. We'll finish the service in the courtyard.
All right, now is the time for tithes and offerings. And we will all say the abundance blessing. Divine love flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Divine love flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Divine love flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. electronic giving at the front desk in the lobby. We have a little QR code for that. Copies of today's service are available on CD at the front desk as well. There are prayer chaplains available for one-on-one confidential prayer. Generally, they're at the front of the church, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. You can find us on YouTube and Facebook. So next Sunday, the 14th, we will have a sacred white stone ceremony. And then the following Sunday, on the 21st, we'll have a guest speaker, Reverend Sheila Gotra. So are there any new visitors today? Anybody that would like to be acknowledged today? So again, my name is Kristen, and I'm supposed to give a little bit of information about myself. So I've been coming to Unity since about 2007, on and off. I would usually come to visit my mom, who would come to services here, and she's since passed away, but she always loved this church and the people in it, and I do too now. So I always feel like I'm visiting her when I'm here, so it has a sweet spot for me. And I'm also a crisis contact for the church. And then the baton has been passed from Jeanette for the teas and luncheon. So we definitely have help from Lydia and Susie and Jennifer and other people, but anyone that's willing to volunteer for that, that would be awesome. So we're going to proceed now with the burning bowl ceremony. So will the welcoming team come to the front? And then, so if you're participating, a member of the welcome team will assist you in the choreography.